The chair recognizes Mr. James.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ambassador Leaf, thank you for your time and for your stamina. I have a quick question for you, followed by a couple others. How do we address the anti-Semitism at the UN?
That's an excellent question, and I'm not sure I could give you a 5-minute or a 4-minute, 36-second answer to that. It is really something that we've seen for years, and it is a very casual kind of anti-Semitism that we see among some member states.
Madam, I would respectfully correct you. There's no such thing as casual anti-Semitism, but let me try. Earlier this year, I led 30 of my colleagues in sending a letter to the State Department promoting the Abraham Accords in Africa. I share this with you because I believe that the Trump administration's vision of peace in the Middle East and abroad is in jeopardy following the horrendous attack on October 7th. This was an attack against not just innocent Israelis, but on humanity broadly. There's a sense that advancements in Israeli normalization might be on long pause, that this bloodshed on October 7th of innocent civilians on all sides might yield yet another generation of dispute, terror, and meaningless death. Is that also your assessment?
Oh, there's a great risk of that, yes.
Okay. So, Ms. Strahl, the Abraham Accords, I believe, was our best diplomatic strategy to box out Iran and to show the world that American leadership can truly lead to peace, which we've done so many times in our great nation's history. Part of what we're seeing with the United Nations in the destabilization that is being fomented by Russia and China is that they are trying to break the global South away from alignment with the United States that impedes our interests abroad and threatens America and our allies. The progress that was meant to be made instead of launching bombs and firing bullets through extending the Abraham Accords to Africa, we could exchange culture and forge partnerships. Since the future is unknown on how the gaps will be bridged between Israel and the Arab world, how best can we avoid further entanglements with Iran and its proxies if we don't take steps like the Abraham Accords that have already worked to curb the growing spheres of communist influence emanating from Beijing and Moscow through Tehran right now?
Thank you for that question. What is clear is that Iran, Russia, and China all view themselves as benefiting from challenging the rules-based international order. And the United States and our coalition of allies and partners benefits from enforcing and standing up for the rules-based international order. That includes standing up for Israel's ability to defend itself from terrorism, given what it just experienced from Hamas on October 7. And it also includes standing up and supporting Ukraine and in its war to defend itself from Russian aggression. The Department of Defense was building on the progress of the Abraham Accords through advancing regional security constructs, such as integrated air and missile defense, multilateral cooperation at sea in the maritime domain. And what we're actually seeing now is that partners, even today, view that as beneficial to be cooperating, sharing intelligence, sharing information, and seeing the threats coming from Iran.
Totally agree. Forgive me for cutting you off. But one of the big things I'm very concerned with is exactly supporting that mission and boosting our capacity to satisfy our obligations under FMS and getting our defense industrial base in a position where it can not only support our allies, but most especially help America to defend itself. And so I'm working on that as well. But in the limited time that we do have, I would like to turn back to Ambassador Leaf. Have you vocalized to President Biden or to Secretary Blinken any concerns for the lack of sanctions enforcement on Iran and the consequences that would manifest itself through that, like we saw on October 7th? Before you answer, in the last couple seconds, it was widely reported this past August that there was a relaxing of sanctions on Iran to increase the supply of oil into the world so that we could have cheaper oil here in America. Are you getting any indication that there are any relaxation of sanctions on Iran due to this issue?
No, absolutely not, Congressman.
Mr. Chairman, I yield.